Wednesday of the month at 17. Those are the ones that are consistently every month.
Which one is the number? I went through all the minutes, through all the videos, to make sure that I know who I was putting in this.
We don't have quorum yet, but I'm sure we're gonna meet it. We should call a meeting to order. Because it is noted for 6:30.
Let me- let me-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this one. Yeah. Did you land today?
No, yesterday.
Oh.
When I have a Zoom at 6:30, they would be going out.
7:30.
6, 7.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's call this meeting to order. It's 6:37 PM. Roll call.
Okay. I'm gonna go down the list. Alicia Salazar,
Present.
Is that the latest?
Madeline Santana,
Present.
Jeanette Zarin, Elsa Roos,
Hey, we have quorum.
Hey,
Justin.
Okay,
That's the latest.
okay,
Now we have quorum.
okay, so we have. I like so stuff, okay, this is
Here you
different.
go.
Okay, Barbara, I believe, Torres,
Here.
okay. Charles James,
Present.
Elsa Ruiz. Alicia Salazar,
Present.
Geraldine, present, Jacqueline Levita, absent. Justrin Trujillo. Here. Carla Acosta. Madeline Santana.
Here.
Here. Marietta Mont. Here. Trinette Zarin. And Z. Elman is absent. Okay.
Excuse me, what's your name?
Justin,
Justin, like Justin Bieber.
yeah, just like that, except without all the money.
Justin Bieber.
Right.
Well, welcome, Justin. I'm glad you joined us. Um. Okay, public comments, any comments? Officer, oh, and then you have to say the officer. Amador is present and so is, no, he's not in the list, but we'll
Okay.
go who was present and then
Okay. it's off.
I'll ask the names.
Okay. I'm sorry, your last name?
Amador, Amador.
Robin,
Just want to be present for the July talks.
discussion.
Okay,
Oh, that's good.
and I,
Okay, any deferrals, additions, deletions? I'm gonna add real quick because it's not, oh yeah, it is here, never mind. We're gonna talk about it closer to like, okay. It is there. Anybody else wants to add something, delete something from the agenda? No, let's move on.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Madam Chair, I would like to move 7E to our next meeting.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say table it because. Yeah, I was thinking that.
So we need a second.
a second.
Let's go to the
No.
Discussion? Seeing none,
She's not here and
all in
in
favor?
the interest of time.
Aye. Aye. Yes, okay. Let me see what else.
If they're, and I'm through the chair, just to assist Geraldine with that, if they're all, like if it passes, you just can say motion passes, you don't have to worry about the individual ayes.
Okay,
You just have to vote when somebody's against it, and nobody was against it, so you're fine.
okay, so motion passes.
That should help with things.
Okay, let's see anything else. Okay, I like to add HC if we have time, which is gonna be, I have a quick questionnaire that we can discuss about, potential, oh, no, actually. The Willow cows, let's say Willow cow, I think that's more important, because I had a couple of calls and emails about people that wanted to, buy cows.
What's that item, I'm sorry?
What's the item number?
8C.
8C?
Motioning to add 8C, but what is it called?
It is, the Willow cows.
Oh, we love cows.
Willow cows.
Okay. So is there a second?
I'll second
Second. Okay,
Yeah.
discussion? Seeing none? All in favor? Aye, against? Okay. Okay, I'm going to potential sponsors. This is so that people can buy the cows. So that's gonna be a kind of, we love cows, potential sponsors. Okay, let's,
Thank you.
approval, review approval of minutes. Hopefully everybody got a chance to read them. The February 22nd, 24. And I had some markups that I did from the last meeting that we had, and we can approve them. I had a comment, I mean, you can, because the person who wrote the minutes needs to change them, right? And the name's not here. So,
Yeah, so if you have any edits, you guys can send them to me and I'm happy to forward them to her.
okay, yeah, there was some.
But if that's the
There was
case,
like 3 items, I think.
Yeah. so then either you motion it right now and you guys approve it, or you, if you wanna just defer it to the next
There
meeting,
was,
you can do that too.
5B. There was a, they're not able to vote on minutes for the December 13 minutes because they have not been distributed yet to the committee. And I think, according to the committee rules, I have to check with the town attorney on this. clarification on the exact duties of the secretary on keeping record of, that was the thing, and I had a question on, who takes.
That's
charge
5B.
of-
That's 5B.
Yeah, 5B.
Whoever was,
Clarification and committee rules.
Yeah.
For
so
those things.
if you guys want the clarification, the secretary for that meeting is the one that needs to turn in the minutes.
What date?
Yeah, Madam Chairman,
It was, hold on a second. Let me finish here because I was a little distracted. That was 5B. The other item, it was misspelling on all business, item 8B. It should be Motown review.
Are we still on February 22nd?
Yes.
Yes, okay,
I'm
so,
going down the items in the minutes. Okay, what should I say?
So Geraldine, the motion, I think that Alicia, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's motion to approve with the edits that she's mentioned.
Which minutes?
She said February 22.
Okay, there was,
So what exactly is the first edit, just for the sake of?
the first edit is, it says, no able to vote on minutes because they have not been distributed yet to the committee. I need clarification of that. because I don't
But
know.
clarification is like, I guess that's a staff request, which is fine, but that's separate than the minutes. In the terms of the minutes,
Okay,
was that what? Yeah, to help her
Let me
with it.
finish where I, because otherwise. Okay, let me read again. Not able to vote on minutes for the December 13, 2023 meeting because they have not been distributed yet to the committee. Meeting on Zoom did not have enough members attend to meet quorum. So the question is, the committee rule, the town attorney needs to clarify the exact duties of the secretary.
So,
Okay,
so
so
the
that's
chair,
our
the
duties.
question is, what is the edit though? Because what you're saying is you want to request staff to clarify something, but that's a request. I'm asking what the edit is for the minutes. The minutes are did you guys say that or did you guys not say that?
Whoever wrote this was not clear enough of what they were trying to say, so I need clarification, what do they mean by this?
Where are you, Felicia? I'm sorry.
okay, so,
It's 5B. Just read that 5B and see if you understand what it was.
What page?
Page 6 on the February 22nd minutes. And I don't want to spend too much time in the minutes because we have a lot to cover.
I don't see it.
I don't see it,
It's
sorry.
it's just
Yeah,
motion
right
to
here.
approve minutes, December 13, made by Charles, second by Jacqueline. Madam abstain, motion passed by majority. Is that what you're talking about, Madam Chair?
She says she's on page
We'll
6.
repeat the motion right before we take the
Oh.
vote here. It's the
very
same.
hard.
so confused,
It's okay,
we're going all over the place.
yeah,
I think it's gonna be easy if we just stick one thing at a time.
So right now, we're back-
Isn't here,
Okay.
can I do a motion to just
There's
table
no
it
five.
until?
There's no
the
five.
secretary's
Hold on.
here?
Second-
you guys
second
can
one.
make a, like, she's making a motion to edit, and you can make a motion to table, that's up to you guys, really.
Okay,
Right now,
Yeah, because
technically, she hasn't finished the motion.
From what I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, Madeline, we talked about it, we couldn't approve it because we didn't have quorum on February 22nd. But I remember there was something written here about the women distinction, about the maximum of 8, and you remember that? And we needed to correct that.
So through the chair, if I may, just to assist you guys in moving, state what the edit should be, like what the correct statement should be. Like, what is the wrong one? Read it out loud and then
okay,
state
so
what the correct one is per your motion.
Okay,
this is 5B.
She's gonna start now.
5B.
Mhm.
I don't know how I'm
You
gonna.
can
get
have
the
B on
word
it.
in,
I don't see a B, so I think that's why
It's
we're.
five. Second one on 5. Doesn't have A and B.
5B,
I'll open it.
Hello.
Yeah, so-
Hey.
Good, good. It's not 7 yet, right? No.
No, we
No,
haven't
it's
remembered.
6:30.
I know, you have that.
It started at 6:30.
Saturday at 6:30.
Did you say 7?
6:30.
I think, I don't say, you know, it's 6:30.
6:30.
I'm so sorry. I had in my mind it was 7. I left my.
I think you're not looking at because that's why we're all. Page, where are you talking?
No,
That's 6 feet.
okay.
It's 6 feet. She's referring to 6 feet.
Oh.
Not five doesn't have a beat.
Okay, and what page is it on?
6 doesn't have,
Mm.
6 doesn't have a beat.
Yeah, we're on page 6. So
But
please
six
look at
doesn't
their-
have
their
beat.
rights.
Six
Doesn't have
two?
a beat. You mean 8B?
You mean 8
No, 6 doesn't have.
B doesn't have, a- B doesn't have a 2.
Point.
If you guys look at page 6,
Okay,
oh, hold on.
It said.
yeah,
limited
let
session.
me clarify this. We didn't have a meeting on the 22nd of February.
But-
Or the 13th.
The thing is that they're lost as to which one you're.
No, because now that I look at it, these are the minutes of January 10th. But if we didn't have a meeting on the 22nd, we could not approve them.
So they don't have January in front of them.
We don't have it, so let's table this, and then we'll
So
review.
to be clear, the motion is, can you repeat the motion for Geraldine?
The motion is to table, the
Yes.
minutes of January 10th, which were not
Okay.
approved.
Then you don't have to make a motion. I'm sorry. I don't want to confuse you guys. You don't have to make a motion
Yes.
because it's not part of the packet.
It used to be a packet in February 22nd. But since we have been,
So I'll go back. What I'll do for you guys is I'll go back and if I see that January have not been approved, then I'll just make sure it's attached to your next agenda package. But there's no motion to be made because it's not part of your current agenda
Okay.
packet. She was referring to January.
But this
Yeah,
is
because-
saying
Okay, so-
the January.
But what about this approval of minutes with 222?
the 222.
This 5B clarification.
You don't have to worry about it because she was referring to minutes that are not part of your agenda packet. So there is
Good.
no
Of
motion.
course, those applicants.
Okay.
So,
Madam Chairperson,
yes,
through the chair, I thought the whole purpose of this meeting was to discuss something that was urgent, particularly like
no,
the,
no, no.
so this is a regular meeting?
Yes, because we have missed 2 meetings.
Understand.
We had no forum, so.
Well, we
today-
have- we have one on-
We have to have this meeting today, because there's activities that are coming up, and if we don't meet,
Yeah,
there's a lot, like the painted picture from.
right, that's what I'm saying, that's what I
July,
thought we were gonna
But
talk
this,
about today.
this has become a regular meeting,
I didn't know.
because in the past 2 meetings, we didn't have forum.
Well,
Yeah,
just for clarification, it is considered a special call meeting.
that's what I thought. And I thought you called them for specific things, not.
Well, there
regular
was,
meeting.
I mean, the chair put the agenda together and it is items that you guys have pending. So it's really up to you guys and that's why, during deferrals, additions, deletions, if you guys do feel like there's anything that needs to be either added or removed, that is your chance to do it. So I just want to be clear that you guys can do that. And I think, just to be clear, I think Charles' concern was, I highlighted paint a picture for mom because that's the most urgent in
Yeah.
the email. And secondly, because you guys do have a meeting coming up, I believe, in like
May
a week and a half or
May.
something. So I think that's why he's bringing up the
Right.
fact if this is.
No,
Yeah, I came because I thought it was just something specific we were
Okay,
gonna talk about. I didn't know it was gonna be a
please,
full-fledged meeting.
let's clarify.
Let's not have
these
another
things.
meeting.
For the past 2 months, we haven't had meetings because we didn't have quorum. I mean, we discussed, but we couldn't approve anything. Right now, this has become critical. So whether you call it special call or the regular meeting or whatever, we needed to have this meeting to resolve a lot of things that are pending. I agree. We have a lot of things pending and we need to act. Okay? Let's move on. Okay, so then the minutes. March 13th, can we approve that one? Have you looked at it? Okay, we had the March 13th meeting, but we didn't have quorum, so we couldn't vote for a lot of things.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Everybody read the minutes?
You can also, I cannot.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I make a motion to approve the minutes from the date of March 13th.
I second.
Okay, discussion?
Would this,
I'm so lost.
Yeah.
March 13. We did not have quorum,
No.
so that becomes a subcommittee?
That was a subcommittee.
So the minutes say subcommittee or the minutes still say?
It says meeting, I mean, committee.
It is a meeting.
Yeah, it is the committee, it's just a subcommittee.
But there is a mention on there that because there wasn't a quorum in the subcommittee.
Yeah, and the February 22nd, we didn't have quorum, so we could not approve the minutes of January 10th. Then we had the meeting of March 13th. Again, we didn't have quorum, so we could not approve the minutes of the 22nd, which were actually the 13th. It's very confusing.
But February, you guys did have a
You
meeting.
did have
You had a regular meeting in
Quorum.
February. You had a quorum.
No.
it's right in the minutes where it says present. We had quorum.
You guys had quorum in February. It was March and April regular meeting that you didn't have quorum.
We said we were gonna table the 22nd. I mean, the January 10th. So why does it say February 22nd minutes?
Because we had
You
quorum.
guys haven't had a meeting since February 22nd,
With
where you had
quorum.
quorum.
Okay, so. Oh, okay. So the February 22nd meeting, we need to review those then. Right? If you guys see that, in our back file. So
Hold on, but don't skip over, because you guys just had her write down a motion for March, and now it's confusing, because you're jumping back to another item when you haven't closed this.
That's it. I think, you know what, I think, because I'm new here.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to committee meetings, and you jump all over the place. I don't know where you are. And I think if we could just go like item by item. And it's gonna make it easier than just jumping all over. the place, But I got a bunch of notes.
So you just had her, since
So-
you're taking, can you repeat the last motion they just made?
Well, minutes for March 13th. Elsa made a motion to
But that was
approve
not-
the minutes, and it was seconded by Ivory.
By Marietta.
So we
Very
should,
good.
we should finish that motion before we jump to another item.
All right, we should vote.
So close it off with a vote, if you guys are ready.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did everybody vote? So all of you.
So in the February 22nd, we had five.
So just to be clear, we're going to 5A now.
Now we're going to 5A.
Yeah, now we're going to 5A. We're working backwards. I'm just trying to keep you on.
No, it's just that this is what happened when,
No, I'm helping her
No,
because
she's
it's
helping-
good that you guys
she's
are
helping
moving
me.
items.
so February 22nd minutes, right here. Yeah, because what happened was the other one had the cover of the 22nd, but it had the January 10th. This is the one that we do that. Sorry about that.
Which one is this?
Okay, so this is the one, everybody, this is the one that you need to.
It's page 5 of your agenda. And it's item 5A of your agenda.
On the agenda.
Now, in these minutes, I make a motion to accept the minutes from February 22nd.
Okay.
Second,
Second.
I did. Oh, yeah, no, because I wanted to give her an
Discussion?
agenda, sir.
Okay, so Madeline's approving.
Madam, motion to accept the minutes from February 22nd. Marietta second.
I second. Can I make a comment though?
We're in discussion.
On the minutes for February 22nd, it already says that January 10th was already approved and that motion passed.
Mhm.
So,
With
Because
the
you guys
corrections.
did meet in January,
okay, I just wanna,
and you met February. So you approved the January.
Okay, who make the motion to approve the 22nd?
I did.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
You, Mary, I said,
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Okay. Now we go, now we're done.
okay, Madam Chair, can I make a motion to reopen additions and deletions?
Is there a second?
Second,
Okay.
For what?
He wants to open the visions.
Additions.
That's items 4.
So
So just for Geraldine's purposes, the motion was made by Madeline to reopen agenda item 4.
Of what day?
The actual agenda.
Today. Okay.
So we're going back to agenda item 4.
Agenda of April 29th, item number
Reopen,
4.
this is to reopen?
Yeah, she's reopening item 4.
Okay, go ahead,
Is
Myra.
there-
I would like to move 7D to the front,
So move up 17.
move up 7D, because we need to vote on that.
Mhm.
Is that all for everybody?
Anything else?
The 7C, defer it to our next meeting, since it's next
No,
week.
no, 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 no.
Well, then let her finish the discussion.
calendar,
Guys,
we need-
it's part of the discussion through the chair. We need to let her speak and then we can move on to the next person. It's only right. We're not voting on it just yet. So just have her have the opinion and then we can continue.
And 7E, Father's Day Fishing Tournament, to our next meeting, which is next Wednesday.
So you're asking to move up 7D, defer 7C
Mhm.
and defer.
7E.
And now there's more discussion.
Reason being is Charles is only here for a short period of time. It's already 30 minutes into the meeting, and we haven't even started an old business. Painting a picture with mom is the main urgency that we have for today.
So we would need a vote.
Right. And, the 4th of July, Jeanette's not here, so we don't even have an update for that.
That's not her. He's.
Father's Day,
no, Fourth
Father's Day is for next, no?
Mhm. Main thing is like Charles had mentioned, that bring up the urgent items first.
I would suggest, yeah, paint a picture for mom, but I would not do away with the calendar of events. We've been
I
postponing
didn't
that
say-
for three
I-
meetings.
I didn't-
Three
I didn't
meetings.
say 7C.
Oh, no?
You
No,
said-
okay.
I don't know,
So
I
what
think
is
you
it?
had said defer 7C.
You said,
You had
yeah.
said defer 7C.
7D,
Oh, no,
You
you
have
said
seven
move up.
D, 7C.
You had
and
said
7E.
move up 7D,
D.
defer 7C and 7E.
all right,
Mhm.
Is that what you mean?
yes.
So 7C is a calendar of events.
With that calendar event has been going on and on and on.
Yeah.
And with the upcoming events are painting a picture, Father's Day and 4th of July. So those are the only 3 main ones that we should be worrying about right now. Right now, it's just a discussion, Jerry.
Yeah. Hmm,
Okay, yeah, all right, let's do it.
This is.
I second that. So we're saying paint the picture first, then the CAC calendar, and then the Father's Day.
No, that's not what she's saying. She's saying move up 7D, like, so have that be the first old business item.
That's
And
urgent,
she's saying defer 7C and defer 7E to next agenda.
Oh, the
which
first,
is next Wednesday.
oh, okay, yeah.
But 7D, she's saying now.
Yeah,
That's urgent.
right, but I agree with the Father's Day to defer, but I would not defer the calendar of events. We deferred it too many times.
Anybody else have any other discussion items on that?
I will say that 7C, we cannot defer for the next meeting. We've been doing this since the beginning of the year, last year, and we need to, and I have information to provide to you about an event that's coming up. So.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair,
I
what
would keep
event's
7C.
coming
I
up?
would keep 7C.
What event is coming up? that we
Okay.
have, and we're not gonna discuss
Okay,
tonight.
we need to move, I mean, I keep saying, we need to plan this event ahead of time, not 2 months or a month before.
But again, I'm saying, we have May, June, and July, those 3 months. What's the event that we have to discuss tonight?
Paint a picture for mom,
Yes,
the Father's Day fishing, which is coming up, I'm
Yes.
gonna defer that one, because Trinette is not here and she's chairing that one. The third one is, okay, May, June, July, the 4th of July. And then in the calendar, I have information about the concert that's coming up in August, and I need to have that information already there so we can start promoting and getting sponsors. We cannot wait till,
next meeting,
no,
because this is a special call meeting.
no, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, at the next meeting, we don't have a quorum. You know, that's why we need to assign
we
people
have
to the
to,
event.
in August.
No, the May meeting, if we don't have a quorum, then we cannot, do the calendar.
Go back to
events.
square one again, it's been too long.
Any other discussion? Okay, so now the vote, and I'll remind you guys, is to move up 7D, defer 7C, and defer 7E. So either you vote for it or you vote against it. So, through the chair or secretary, I don't know who wants to do the roll
Okay,
call.
can I make like a friendly amendment? To this,
But
motion?
she would have to make the amendment.
She will need to make the amendment.
You wanna- I guess it's part of the discussion, but you should also know what your amendment is.
The amendment is to keep, the calendar as part of, in this whole business agenda.
That's the amendment, that you're making a motion?
Yeah,
She's
she's that one,
requesting-
yeah, she wants to take it out.
Well, hold on, there's one motion at a time, so this is not a motion by Felicia, but yet this is a discussion, and she's asking Madeline to consider that amendment.
Okay.
And if not, then we can vote on it after. If you wanna.
I'm willing to move it to after we discuss paint a picture and Independence Day.
Okay,
So let's restate the motion for the sake of it.
So we're gonna do this.
Motion that we move 7D, item 7D to the forefront, so make it 7A.
You could just say move up for the sake of not.
Move up, paint a picture, 7D. Defer, 7D, 7E,
Yeah.
and bring 7C to the end of old business. If time permits.
7 seats and old business. Do you have that? I wanna make sure before we take the vote.
Okay, so we're moving 7D to the front, 7C, we're gonna
Move down.
move down to.
The end of old
the-
business.
And 7E is deferred.
Correct. All right, so that was a motion. Are you guys ready to vote? Okay, so
Okay,
if you guys are in agreement, say aye. Any nays? Did everybody vote? Felicia, I don't think I heard.
I stick with you, but I don't wanna vote in favor, just.
Elsa, did you vote?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, so the motion was by
motion
Madeline.
passes.
Motion passes.
Motion passes.
So. So D becomes A. This is from my own understanding. D becomes A. C becomes B? Or no?
No, C is at the end.
Okay, it's
It's
not
after Independence Day, you said, right? After the 4th of July.
C
After the
becomes
4th of July.
C becomes D.
G.
G,
Yes.
G.
What?
Does the other one come with?
C becomes G because you deleted E.
and F becomes D.
7C.
So, D. So,
Can I start?
Yes, go ahead, Elsa.
Well, no, we haven't gone through chairperson's report. You guys went from
Oh.
approval of minutes, you went back to 4, we haven't gone through 6.
Yes.
Did we close out deletion and additions?
Okay, let's,
Did we close out additions and deletions? Did we have to close that out?
do we have the person?
I'm not even gonna-
Page.
Oh, hold on, so Madam just brought up a point, and I'm sorry to confuse you guys, but this is what happens when we go back and forth. You guys had a motion to open deferral additions deletions, but we hadn't closed out that motion.
Okay, motion to close.
Or, yeah, so this is it, like nobody else is deferring, adding and deleting anything.
Me again, I want to make a motion to move chairperson's report to the end of old business.
I make a motion to not even report it. Whichever.
Hold on, because the motion is this.
Okay, I second. I second.
To me,
The report is not even in this package. Small in of view. Oh, it's not
With an
even.
email.
That's on the. If I can find it. See, that's why it's so dangerous to read. Not have forms and meetings. Everything gets all messed.
so we're moving to change report to the end.
We're not.
stated that there was no report.
I
can read my-
The chairman's report.
Here was the motion, so we're gonna close, so we're on the same page, we're closing deferral additions deletion. And we're gonna move on to then item 7, right?
Yes.
Old business.
So really, we're moving to 7D, which is paint a picture from.
Okay. So, first I apologize, I thought it was a set, sorry about that. But anyway, the, paint a picture for mom. We are set for Saturday, May 11th. And it's gonna be at the farmer's market since it's open. There's a little bit of, I think a little bit of a misunderstanding because we received an email in reference to Diego saying that also the Paint with a Twist was gonna have an event similar to ours that day.
The farmer's market was gonna have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Paint with a Twist is gonna, yeah.
Be at the farmer's
At the
market.
farmer's market. There's a couple of things to that. I placed a call to Diego. And then also, Diego has answered that, that particular event that he sent the email has not been advertised. So there's a, you know, we're working on it. To be honest with you, we've done this for almost six or 7 years. Paint the picture for paint, the Twist. Business, for what I read, they're gonna charge people for that.
Absolutely, that's what I'm
And
saying.
we are free to the.
That's the
to
same
public.
event.
Right.
So, you know, I think, as I expressed to Diego, that we basically waited basically for the farmers markets to get all their contracts ready, and we didn't really go looking for another venue. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna go along with us. He said yes to the tents, that he would provide for the tents. So, I want to proceed with this, you know, because this is a very special event. The parents love it, the kids love it. I already have 5 students from Our Lady of the Lakes coming, you know, to help us like they did last year. So this has been, in the process for the past 3 to 4 months. So, I don't know if, if the town can respond to him, or if I'm doing correctly, going to Diego directly as chairperson of this event. You guide me. What do you think?
You, I had a talk with Clarissa, because you saw that email went through her, they are their own private entity, and they are allowed to host whatever event they feel fit for their, you know, for their farmer's market. It does seem redundant. So I would just suggest you guys just pair up with them if that's the case, but really, that's up to ultimately up to the committee, but in terms of telling them, no, they can't have that we can't do that.
No, I'm not saying they cannot have the event. I'm just making him aware of the difference between one and the other. And if he decides to have that event, well, maybe they can do it from 2 to 5, you know, and we're there in the morning. But in reality, the bulk of the people are gonna come in the morning. So.
Plus you got one event paying and one event free.
Well,
They
but
can be side by side.
I'm sorry, his email says the first 400 registered moms. will
40.
participate. 40. 0. 40 will participate for free with one
Exactly.
other child.
Which shows you that after the 40, they're gonna charge them,
Yeah.
you know?
So we don't know the specifics, as also mentioned, of their events, and you guys can talk to them, but we don't know if they're gonna remove their events.
Well, apparently
So-
he has not started to even advertise that.
But that's what I'm saying, there's no guarantee that they're not gonna go forward with it, as of right now. That you guys are deciding on whether to keep your event or not, there is no guarantee on the farmer's market side that they will or will not continue it. We don't know that information.
Hmm.
So you guys are just, I guess you're navigating this, knowing that their event may happen as well. So that's, I guess, for you guys to decide.
When you spoke to Diego, he says, our event
This
is
was
fine.
through email. He says he was aware of this event. You know, Felicia contacted him early in the year.
Yeah, I
You know,
spoke
and
to
he said
Diego.
yes.
I spoke to Norbert.
So are we
I
a
saw
goal for
Norbert
our
at the
event
art,
too?
Yeah, festival
I don't
a
think you
couple of
can have
weekends
both.
ago. And they said, well, says, all we need is this,
Yeah.
the 6 tents. I said, done.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
So they know.
Yeah, as Felicia and also mentioned, they know, and they've confirmed that we're allowed to use the space of farmer's market. They're always happy to host you guys. But that's what I'm saying. If you guys decide to have this as you've been planning, just
Yeah.
keep in mind that their event may happen as well. We can't do anything about that. If they decide to, stop their event, great. But always understand that we can't make them
That's
stop.
not our problem.
Right,
We,
so
we
that's-
need to do our event.
Exactly.
That's our event.
Right, so
Not
I
theirs.
just, exactly.
And
So when I
we approve it for our committee.
Exactly, but I'm just making you guys aware that just keep in mind that there may be two of them, not all.
So through the chair, but they cannot stop our event, correct?
No, well, they are allowing us to use their space at the farmer's market, and that's already been approved from 2 months ago.
And
Okay.
agreed upon.
Yeah,
So
and
they
there's
they
still,
can't come back
and
and
that's
say,
what-
oh, no.
and that's what they're telling us about, even if they have theirs, you guys can still have yours. Just keep in mind, you guys are providing essentially the same service that day.
My
Yeah.
concern, Isle, is that, yeah, they're gonna provide us the tent, but the tables are the town's, so I don't want the printing with a twist, think that they're gonna have tables there. Those are ours.
No,
No.
the
no.
town stuff is being provided to you guys, not to them.
But
The only thing they're
If they-
providing is. the
Let's say our event is from
10 to 12.
9:30. Or
You guys-
9:30,
you guys
9:30
had
to
agreed
12,
9:30
okay?
last time,
And their event starts from 12 to 2.
Yeah, so you guys are your event is getting picked up by town staff 2 hours after it starts.
Exactly.
If that's
They're
what
gonna
your
be
question
picked up by
is,
the town, maintenance people, so they're not gonna have the tables or chairs there, period.
I'm gonna call Diego and clarify all this. I'll do it on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's it.
But our event is set.
Our event,
And
If
you want to
I'd like
the
to-
motion,
yeah.
Elsa?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, so you can make a motion.
the motion that I wanna make is that the paint a picture for Mom on May 11th, the event will take place at Farmers Market
I'm second that motion.
from
The
from
time,
10 to 12.
yeah, so just to be
It's
clear,
gonna be advertised from 10 to 12, but
Yeah.
we're gonna be there at 9:30.
so, no, but I wanna be clear, at the last meeting that you guys had quorum, which was back in February, you guys agreed to a 9:30 time.
Yeah, I think 9:30.
So I'm just mentioning that. I know previously you guys have done 10, but
Yeah.
for some reason, the motion was made for 9:30 in
Because
February.
usually by 9:30 is when we show up, to kind of get everything done,
Well,
right?
as we get there by
But it
9:30,
doesn't start
the
till
the
10.
market starts now at 10.
Right.
So we're gonna get there 9:30 to set everything up.
One at a time.
So then I make another motion. I make another motion?
Well, finish one at a time,
Amend
or
yours.
finish-
Amend your motion.
Or just
I'll
amend it,
finish
they were
mine.
gonna amend it.
Motion will take place.
Okay, that
The time.
paint a picture for Mom will take place as scheduled on Saturday, May 10th at the farmer's market. 11 at the farmer's market.
From 10 to
From 10 a.m. to noon.
So the event is from 10 to 12.
Through the chair,
Okay, Liz.
I just want to suggest that we place a big sign saying that it's a free event. I don't know if you already thought about it, that in our tent, place a big sign saying it's free event.
Mm.
So people probably is gonna come a lot
To the
Yeah,
free
in
event
the
before-
flyer, yes,
Yes.
it's a free event.
But
Is there
I
a
mean, in the
flyer?
tent,
Yeah,
in the
we need to
tent.
put it in the flyer and in
The flyer, the flyer, and
The flyer will
Eventbrite,
say free.
and Eventbrite.
Yeah, Eventbrite always, I mean, that's how you get.
You
the
always
voice on
put
it.
it, yeah, that is a free event.
How many
So make a
limit?
note on that.
Yeah, so,
Okay, so
there's a motion
I second it.
and then discussion.
Discussion,
I'd like to add the fact that, again, the last meeting you guys had, all that was discussed at that meeting and approved was you were having an event at this day, at this time, at this location. You guys have not gone into specifics of tickets. Are we keeping it free? You normally do, but I need to
Yes.
know,
Yes,
are we keeping it free? And all those details I need you guys to discuss and agree on as a committee.
okay, so,
And expenses, which I know Elsa has already looked into as well.
right, so you want me to discuss all of that before we
Yes.
vote? Okay, so in other words, the event is free. The reason we do it from 10 to 12, because that's our experience, that's the time that it works the best. And by 12 o'clock, pretty much everybody's tired and everybody, goes home. I went ahead and I filled out the form for aisle, where some items we need to purchase. There was an inventory made, and Felicia helped me with that one. Where we need some, additional, canvases. There were some left over from last year, but we need more to be safe. We need the cups, we need plates, we need some paints, not all the paints.
I have the list here. You want me to read it through?
Yes,
I
please,
summarized
yeah.
it. From Elsa's, event request form. So we're promoting volunteer opportunities on the town website, which is gonna be part of the Eventbrite link. We're gonna provide those students volunteer hours. And I know she already reached out to OLL, I believe.
Yes, I mean, 5.
Yeah, and then with Felicia, we've already separated, supplies you guys had left over from last year. So in addition to that, we need to buy, or they're requesting to buy 40 extra canvases for the kids to paint on. Those are 8 by 10. And then half-gallon paints, which are 2 red, 3 white, 3 yellow, 2 blue. Also for town staff to bring 2 coolers with ice, 13 rectangle tables, 26 chairs, and then the additional things we need to buy, which are mini water bottles, a quantity of 80. Mini kid juices, a quantity of 40, 200 paper cups of 8 ounces for cleaning the brushes, 200 plates for the kids to use, the paint on. A pack of large trash bags, 4 rolls of paper towels, and 80 wipes, sanitized wipes. And, 6
And
white
6
plastic tablecloths.
6.
And black bins from Home Depot, the gallon size ones, to go ahead and store your items so that they're easy to pull out next year.
Exactly, exactly.
Do we have both?
And then there's a diagram of the layout that was also sent.
I'd like to add that, I got because we checked the easels and there were a lot of them that didn't have the little screws.
Right,
So I went ahead, actually, I have them in the car with a receipt. I bought a little box of 100 little screws to fix the ones that don't have, remember?
Yeah, but we also order new ones.
yeah.
Yes,
In addition
the
to-
ones,
In
the
addition,
ones that don't have, we can fix them.
yeah, we can fix some.
So I have the screws, I took the little one and
Yeah.
luckily I found.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we.
Yeah, I like that we separate where we are and where paint and twist is. Cause if
Yeah.
we're right there, they can easily grab their stuff and come over and use our tables.
Good
And that's
point.
what we're trying to distinguish, separate out the two.
Mhm.
If they're right there coexisting with us, who knows who's paying and who's not paying?
Mhm.
Yeah, so in other words, we need to clarify that with Diego,
Right.
Yeah.
you know?
Cause
that
if
our
they're in the
tables
same
are our
location,
tables.
they're gonna use, they don't have that kind of. They're gonna come over and sit on our tables and pay.
Unless they have them all the way at the end.
That's what I'm saying, separate them out.
So
Yeah,
we can
completely.
request that our location is just separate of it.
Right.
No, our
It's not
location,
next
we want
to-
the same location. That's a
But-
good location.
That
But
has
you
to be
guys want the
specified.
location?
That's fine.
Just separate them.
Yeah, separate to their.
Definitely, that have to be specified. If the 2 happen at the same time, they have to be all the way out there, and also I have suggested for them to start at 2 after we're gone, you know?
Would painting with,
By
with
two
the
or
twist
done?
would sponsor, be a sponsor to our event? And then then you have one
but
event and then
we
you're
did
not
that.
cutting
Yeah.
all the costs,
We
right?
did that about 3 years ago, but then we found out that they were more expensive than ordering it by the company that we order the paint and the canvases.
Okay, you know, I was just thinking like they would cover some of the cost of our event and you would be able to say painting is sponsored by Painting and Twist, they'd cover some of the costs and then.
Yeah,
Right.
like you said, we did
And
it
then you have
before,
one event.
but it's still more economical if we do it
Exactly.
ourselves.
Exactly. Well, we did before and it happened during COVID. Remember that we had the
The
line?
drive-through, yeah.
They gave us a little bit of a break on the cost,
Hmm,
but they charged us.
yeah,
They
okay.
charged us.
Yeah,
And then
Painting
we
with a
found
Twist is
out that
also
this
trying to
other
get people to
company
come into their store.
is.
Well, that's why I figured that
a lot
they'd
less
sponsor just the
expensive.
event and cover some of our costs and then be able to say like. I mean, that's how we do it in Satori. I get people to sponsor events and then they just could say that they sponsored it and then we have their name. And we don't pay anything for half of our events, so.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, they're no longer located at the end of the farmer's market, they moved.
Oh, no?
Yeah,
And they did.
they moved next to
Oh,
a
yes,
dance
they
studio.
moved, they moved because,
Oh, they
they
sold.
reached out to me
They sold.
about having them, participate in the art, little art festival that he put together. And, they called me and then I guess they got somebody else, because when I went to the art festival, it wasn't, maybe it was, and the lady told me that they have bought the company from, what's her name?
Nita.
From Nita, and they were moving, so I don't even, yeah, they're no longer on 67th, I don't know where else they.
Next to some dance studio, still in Miami Lakes.
So,
Okay, so,
so, you make
So
a
just
motion?
she had already made a motion to keep the events as is. If you guys can amend the motion, I just want to make sure you're clear on terms of cost and what you're willing to spend on the event. I don't think that there's any quotes that have been brought in front of the committee, so I just want to be
that was
sure.
gonna be my question, how much is all this extra stuff gonna cost? Do we have a quote?
No, no, because we're in the process of, of ordering. And usually, I'll orders it, for us.
Yeah, I do order based on what you guys are agreeing.
Yeah, definitely.
So there were
But we
no
don't know.
quotes. Yeah, so if she doesn't have any quotes, just agree on a price of what you guys are willing to spend on this.
So
I
what
just
was the
want to make
budget?
sure you guys are
Here
clear.
we stay within budget, the 750.
Don't we have a budget?
Yes, we do.
$750.
So you can make a motion to not to spend more than.
But the most expensive item of all of these are the easels, and the easels are already bought. Right, and we have a lot of paint, so the paint is not going to be anything substantial.
The pumps.
And the canvases, we're only getting like 40 canvases of the 8x10. So in reality, the water and the juice? And if we can't afford the bins, the black bins, then we'll just put them in the boxes again. But when I went over to the storage area, most of the committees had them in black bins with the yellow tops, and they were a lot more organized than just those boxes that
Yeah,
can
we
tear
got
up.
cardboard boxes that are falling apart.
Does she need to amend her motion, or can I make a motion for budget?
Well, I don't have a motion open.
Okay.
What's the budget? I don't have it.
750.
750.
We're not gonna spend $750 because we're not renting tents, tables, or chairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
We should be well under budget.
Yeah.
So you wanna amend your motion? To include the price at the same time?
The budget.
The price,
Okay, so the motion is, again, that the paint the picture for Moon will be held on Saturday, May 11th at the farmer's market.
Mhm.
And the items that need to be purchased for this event will not exceed $750.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
I second.
Did you put the time in there?
Well, it's from 10 to
10 to 12.
Okay, you want to hear a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Yes. Motion passes. Thank you.
So one other detail that I know you guys didn't go into it, and I don't want to assume, but the event has always been free. Is that what you guys are
Yes,
doing this year?
yes.
Everybody's okay with that?
Yes. And then another main thing is that we need to start, number one, now that everything has been approved, for them to draft, the town to draft the flyer. So we can see the flyer, so we can spread the word ourselves. And also, inform the Miami Lakewood I don't know if we're in time, but the main thing is Eventbrite. And I
The
think
Eventbrite's
last year
already
it was
drafted.
100, right?
But whatever you guys want me to do, you guys have normally kept it at 100, but I know you guys have like a 50% RSVP rate. So if you wanna do it higher, let me know.
Well, we always pick kids
Off the
from
street.
the market, So I would just stay with 100. 100 was something that we could manage, right?
Last year we had
Remember last
90,
year? I think we were able to manage 100.
last year we had 90 participating.
Last year we had, right
Do you remember?
It wasn't
I
90.
have it here.
it was 74.
Oh, 74.
35 walk-ups and 34 from Eventbrite,
Uh-huh.
plus 9. 65 plus 9, 72.
Sorry,
Okay, thank you, Charles.
Just let the record show.
I'll be there on the 8th.
Oh, you're gonna
Thank
have.
you.
I'll be at the next meeting.
Oh, the next meeting.
Bye, Charles. Thank you.
Charles, I need you for the easels.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
Just come.
All right.
Do we start tomorrow?
Yes, he's got
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see, what else?
7.
Okay, another thing out that, last year you helped us that the town staff brought the tables, they opened them, because they're heavy. And they set up the tables and the chairs for us, and then they came back and dismantled that too.
Yeah,
Took
so
us-
I'm gonna check with Juan, just to
Okay.
make sure he's available. I will not be there, and I don't think anybody from the communications department can make it, because unfortunately, our department is now half the size.
Oh, yeah, okay,
So,
okay, no, but as long as you can approve that, because that was a
Yeah.
big help for
I
us.
just need to make sure, he's usually helpful unless he's out of town for any reason, he should be fine.
But at the last time, there were 2 other people in the town that went besides one to help us.
I don't know if they have any events that day.
Okay.
I have not talked to them about it because I needed to get approval from you guys.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'll have a talk with the
Yeah.
parents team to see what.
Because I know that one went, but basically he concentrated on the ice, the coolers and making sure that he took the supplies, and I think he brought them back here to.
If we get the bins, what I'll do is I'll put everything inside the bins. So that's where you guys take it out of and that's where you put it back in.
Perfect, and then if there any way you could label it, CAC, paint a
Yeah.
picture?
We'll do it with a tape or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please, okay, all right, great. And then, from the committee, who will be attending to help that day?
I'm going to attend.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds, Evan, and Madeline,
Mhm.
will you be there? Okay, Madeline is our official sign-in person.
Sign in first.
Great, perfect. So the plan is to be there by 9:30, please. So that way by 10, we'll be ready to start.
One announcement that I want to make in terms
Yeah.
of the kids and the volunteers, I'll make the request of with Diego, by email that we want to make sure we're separate from their event, if
Right.
they do have it. But secondly, I know the kids sometimes get lost, so I think you guys should designate like a meetup point, so that if somebody's looking for you, you go get them at that place. I would say like the storefront where it says the new boutique where the Victoria's Secret used to be,
Right,
or
right,
like
right.
where the Sweat 440 is
Right,
in the
right,
corner.
right.
Tell them, okay, meet me there, and then, and if
Right.
you guys have your culture, I know some
But
of
you
you
know-
don't have sugar.
But you know what? These are repeaters.
Yeah,
Sure.
but
Some of these kids were there last year.
but some of the high
The
school
red,
students that were
oh.
also, me not,
Well, what do
so
we
Wear red aprons.
And who has come from high school?
I have, this has not been published,
That's my
because you
donation.
guys
Oh,
hadn't talked
okay,
about
okay,
it,
okay.
so.
When you do.
Yeah, so if I have anybody, I'll let you guys know who the volunteers are, and then who would be the designated person, just so I can connect them.
Okay.
Who would be the designated person from the committee, so I connect them. Felipe?
Me?
You?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, 1 second.
yeah, so,
I'd like to add that I contacted the people from the education advisory board, that they always bring their books. to
Oh,
give
yeah.
their books to the kids.
Yeah.
They said they will get back to me because, Hector is no longer in that committee, neither is David. So Maria Pineda.
Daily needed?
Nope. I don't know what happened. They lost me.
So they haven't
So
confirmed.
Mario, no, I'm gonna call him tomorrow again, text him, because he's busy. To remind him that, I guess they have to approve their committee has to approve the. The.
Yes.
the committee is not meeting until after your event.
Really?
Now,
Maybe
maybe
whatever they have.
If they show up, they
whatever
show up.
have.
uh,
They should have extra books.
I know some of you don't have the polo or the cultural. Okay.
But I'm gonna bring
Whoever
my
has
red
the polo
aprons.
have a polo.
I have the red aprons.
Yeah, okay.
That everybody,
Don't
everybody.
bring anywhere that can get too dirty, or something, yeah. Even though you can wash it off, but you know.
So, and also.
Nothing fancy.
Nothing
Aprons,
fancy.
I'm gonna make, I'm gonna see.
I'm quite sure what splash paint.
Normally, what I do is when we have the tents, we hang a little string with a little sign that says Happy Birthday, so they know that's our. And then we have the tablecloth and the layout is there and, which normally changes anyway. So, so that's it. Anything else on the thing?
See. Oh, another thing is I stopped by the Dunkin', because last year some people were saying, don't you have coffee? And one of them is me. I didn't have coffee. So anyway, she told me that it's like $22 is that container that they call it, that, you know, for coffee or whatever. And it's
A gallon
22
of Joe.
Yeah, that's the one, $22.99 for 10 people. And that I can't order it ahead of time and no problem, she will deduct the tax.
Perfect.
Nice, so whatever you want.
Do you want me to send you a certificate of tax exemption if you need it?
I have, I have. And then if you want, I can go ahead and get it. I don't
Yeah,
care.
just bring me the receipt.
Yeah,
And then I can do
$7.50.
Yeah.
Not $750 in coffee.
I'll donate the coffee.
Yeah, right.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, they always give you.
They'll give you cream.
Yeah,
they
but
give
you
you
know
sugar,
the-
they give you the cups.
Yeah.
they
And
give
that's
you-
it,
Because I've
that's
done it
right
for
there.
events.
Yeah.
So it's just walking,
Dunkin'
you know.
Donuts.
I know them
Yeah.
on a weekly basis, so they know me, okay? As far as the little, drinks for the children, if you could get like the Capri Sun, you know, that is kind of silvery, that thing cools right away. And it's nice and flat, it's not like the little box.
And I have the cleaning buckets, I have the aprons. And
The trash
hose if we
that
need to.
we're gonna get.
water and all that stuff from many years back.
Okay, so, the bins. That's it, I think, that's pretty much it. Now is doing the demonstration.
But it's a fun event, I'm concerned, we have very creative kids,
And we
I thought of doing something, but maybe next year we'll do it, because it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, well,
But,
Do we have
no,
a town
actually-
photographer that comes and takes pictures?
Yeah,
Or no?
we lost the topic.
Oh,
No longer with that, yeah.
no, we
We
can
bring my
with
camera.
our with our phone.
Do you have a camera? She's gonna bring her camera, and I'm
Okay.
gonna bring the music.
Huh?
Oh,
The
okay.
music.
I have my little, jukebox.
Yeah, the little, yeah.
And then I have everything,
Remember that usually they have that
no,
big
I know.
DJ right next
I know, but
to
I
it.
wanna tell them, keep it down, because
He was
even
sold
the-
out Saturday.
even the vendors are complaining.
Yeah.
Oh, they play one kind of music, and some people say.
No, it's just too
But I'm
loud.
gonna talk to Diego about it,
Saturday is too
you
loud.
know, hopefully they'll.
I don't know,
And then he cranks it up.
Yeah.
Do we need to have the parents or the minors fill out that form? that
Yeah, if
gave
you
us
want,
last year?
I'll send you copies of it if you want.
Okay, and I always print copies for Madeline.
Yeah, give me
And in my
flyers.
neighborhood, I have a bunch of,
I have a lot of kids that write that thing, so give me flyers on
Great.
that. Says,
Yeah.
They put them all in the mailbox.
But when do you guys get the flyers done?
I,
soon as possible.
yeah, but we
As
need,
soon as
we need
possible.
time because we have other pressing things.
No,
going on as
obviously.
well. But for sure this week, I mean, the event's next week already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need to move.
So as soon as I have it, and if for some reason you don't get it from me, feel free to reach out. You know,
You know, because you were saying that she has kids in the
I
area.
have a lot of
if,
kids.
when they're ready, if you want me to print like physical ones, I can, and I can leave it at the front desk and you guys can pick it up whenever you have
Okay.
time.
Oh, that's cool.
Great,
So I'll send
Yeah.
it digitally, but if you want to print, I'll print copies and I'll put CAC on it and you can pick it up at the front desk.
okay.
The main thing is the event, right?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, if that could
You
go.
you can do that right away, right?
The Eventbrite's already been drafted on our end. I just needed you guys to approve it.
Okay, great, perfect.
Okay, but let me make a comment on that. I know we have to put the budget and all that, but this is a regular event. Why can't we just?
Run with it.
Because last year I assumed that you guys were gonna keep an event tickets and same as always, and then you guys were not okay with that. So I need you guys to
You
be.
could have sent an email.
You know,
You
that
guys
was my
have it.
question too. If there's an event that we've already have approved, why do we have to wait to have quorum to approve other things?
Because
Yeah.
you guys hadn't discussed tickets, how many, if it was gonna be free, if you were gonna charge for some reason this year, like, I can't assume because then that falls on me and I'm not a committee member to be making those decisions
Yeah.
for you guys.
And budget. So in other words, we have to do all of
Yeah, we
that.
have a budget, we have
Ahead of
an
time.
event, we have a
Yeah.
date. And we still
As
have
soon
to-
as,
I know.
an event is not an event just because we say the event title, you need to go through the details and agree as a committee because. You know, we have new members, we don't know if somebody's gonna bring something new to the table that maybe you guys adopt instead of the old thing. As a staff, I mean, if you guys want me to just repeat everything, but I think then that takes away from the committee making those decisions and deciding what they're gonna do.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, the way we used to do it before, was just basically, once it was discussed, approved, then whoever was the chairperson, they was more or less what.
Well,
they
that's,
did, and they
I can tell you that for tickets, you guys did not discuss that this year.
went. The tickets,
You may have discussed it as a subcommittees, because unfortunately you didn't have quorum.
Yeah.
But as motion to approve, all you guys had approved was location, date, and time
right,
back in February.
okay, then we're good now, we're good now.
Now, that's why I say it's so important to have forum, so we can get stuff done. I mean, we,
Yeah. No, it's.
last time we
definitely what I'll
spoke
have
about
to
this,
do.
was it what, 2 months ago?
Okay.
All right.
That's
free. It's on Eventbrite.
Just a reminder, 7:40 PM.
Okay.
One item.
No, we can extend time.
Yeah, I
We
think
need to finish this guys. Okay, next item, okay, everything is turned up here, which one, what's the next one?
Your next item is Independence Day.
Independence Day, okay.
No, your next item is 7A.
Black History Month.
The agenda remains as is, the only thing you guys moved up.
Black History Month, okay, Charles is gone.
So somebody
But
needs
in
to make.
reality-
In reality,
We
can I just
cannot
make a
give
motion to
up-
eliminate it? Can we just make a motion to
No,
eliminate
no,
it?
we need to
This
discuss
is
it
December.
next time.
I think you guys should make a motion, whatever it is, so that we are all clear on the direction we're heading.
Well, this is.
So
for
can I ask a
debriefing.
question? When is Black History Month?
It already passed.
It already passed.
So why are we?
Why are we voting on this? Listen. The reason we always have, the same way that we follow, making sure that we have a budget and we approve everything, we always have a debrief. And we have a
Oh, it's
form
the
that I've been
debrief.
trying to promote people to use, is to see what went wrong, what was good, you know, who was there, to keep us organized on each event. Unfortunately, you know, we haven't had quorums in the past 2 meetings. Charles was here, he left. Now we don't have him to give the briefing and provide the form, which he needs to provide.
Okay, can Charles be given this form or send?
He
it
has
home?
been given the form.
All the committee members have been given. that.
Okay, then maybe Charles should, fill out this form and
And
have
just
it ready
submit it,
for
that's
us.
all, that's all we need.
Okay.
Okay, so can I have a motion on this item, whether we're
Okay,
tabling or?
let's make a motion
Through
to
the chair, yeah.
request that Charles submitted, pending, forms, because he has the holiday book reading, he hasn't submitted, and this one, so he needs to submit those two. So for this agenda, let's make sure that he submits the post-event report form.
For the Motown.
So
review.
through the chair, and I don't know if this is worth making a motion for, because that request has already been made. I'm just saying, the motion would be more if you guys either defer or table, so you know as a committee what you're working on.
Can I make a
I'm happy to
motion?
send an
Make a
email to
motion.
Charles, but I just want to mention that it's been, it's been sent to all of you at this.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a motion that we table Black History Month to our normal meeting, which is next week.
Right.
Because he said he was the main meeting, which he
Okay.
said he was attending.
Yeah, so motion to table 7A,
7A
okay.
I
to
second.
our next,
I second.
and Justin seconds it.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Okay, good.
Now we're at 7B.
7B, women's, okay. Okay, briefly, Madeline.
64 people attended. It was a great success. We had a nice, keynote speaker. Deficiencies, the only thing I can think of is the caterer has to be ready on time. And feedback from the attendees, they all liked it.
Okay.
And
I
another,
printed one out, but I left it on top of my table.
okay. All right, and another comment that I want to make is that the tables look so nice. And
With
that made it, yes, and with the orchids. Teamwork, teamwork.
got a great
Mine
deal on
died
that.
already, mine died already.
No, mine still has survived.
But the tables look really nice, and the reason I'm mentioning that in the year before, we just had, like auditorium chairs and no tables, and it does make a big difference.
Because the one, we had the chairs, but then the previous year we had the tables and it was
Yeah,
very nice.
definitely. It
So I
does
think
look
it will
nice.
be a good
Just
idea.
keep in mind that the year before, we were out of time. We didn't have time to prepare it properly.
But at the same time, I think that we have to maybe review the different categories of the women of distinction, because there were some that people were not nominated, so maybe that's some food for thought to see if we're gonna continue with all the categories.
No,
or
we
gonna
were down
reduce
to
it?
8.
Right, reduce it to that?
No, it was 10, now it's 8.
Okay. but-
Is it now? No, it was 8, it was now 6.
Now 6. Oh, that's what you guys voted on this year, yeah.
so reducing it more, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you're at
There.
7F.
Yeah, Independence Day. Okay, real quick, I hope we can approve this. I'll provided me, and I don't know if I have the whole thing here. We have the budget. That what we spent last year, Madeline was nice enough to help us with the budget.
Last year,
Here. So basically. I think you provided us with what was the options for the stage? We can.
Yeah, I sent all of you 2 options. I'm sorry, I'll resend it to you because I know this was before your time.
So, did you have the price for that? I couldn't print the whole thing, so I don't have a copy. Does anybody have a copy of it? So our budget is $11,000. And if you look through here, this budget is, we have different sponsors. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sponsors last year for a total of $5,500. So we can reach out to them again for new people that want to participate. Last year we had, what, 10,000 people attended?
Close to, yeah.
Close to that. So it is one of our biggest event. So, I think everybody loved it. I think the fireworks were kind of like not as good as we thought. I heard something, and that's not, the town is the one that's not part of the budget, the fireworks, we used to do the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it used to be 27,000, I don't know how it is now, but I think you guys are negotiating a new.
Not yet.
We're still in some.
Not for another 2.
Oh, okay, so we still have the same people,
Yes.
okay.
So I have it pulled up here. The
Okay.
ones that I sent you guys quotes. So they sent us 2 options. The first one is $10,440, and the second option is $13,815. The difference is that one has an the screen in the back of the stage. One of them has the LED screen.
Mhm.
So what you guys have done previously is you've added sponsor logos to those, etc. Something that I wanted to mention, because I know Felicia just mentioned sponsors. I usually create the sponsorship packages for the committees, but please keep in mind that I cannot create a sponsorship package if an event is not outlined. And I don't have details on an event because I need to know what I'm selling the sponsor and what I'm promising. So I can't tell the sponsor, hey, we're gonna have your logo on a banner that's strapped up around the edges of the park, because that's a cost that the committee needs to agree on. Well in advance so that it can get printed, so we can go out with a sponsorship package, and that's just one example of many different marketing materials that go into an event.
I think we use those here. Can we use the same thing?
Yes, but what I want to highlight is that whatever we use, which again, happy to reshare with all of you, is then you're agreeing to certain expenses. Because it does cost money upfront for us to bring sponsors in. It's hard to ask sponsors for a huge amount of dollars if you're not getting any branding.
What is our budget for this event?
11,000.
11,000.
With that
And
said,
then we have the food trucks.
yes,
Diego, you have the other license.
yeah, I've already started confirming food trucks. And then we usually get, I think we can get between 14 and 20 food trucks, and we're charging $200 this year, and we've had, people have been receptive to it. So you can count on that as well as extra
How much did we charge last year?
150.
And we make it-
Or no, it was, sorry, they charged, so understand that last year we went to the farmer's market and they helped us coordinate on that, and we did have to pay, some amount to them for that service. So I've already started confirming them on my end. If we get closer to event day and they're all confirmed, perfect, I don't need their help. But if we do need their help in confirming extras, then obviously they take some of that amount. Because they are helping coordinate logistically, there is no staff to be there and direct people, and we didn't have, like the volunteers for it either.
If you need help with that, I do that at Satori. We do it every 2 months. We do food trucks. So I have like a long list of food trucks and they're very loyal to me.
Yeah, I'm happy to send you guys a list of what we have so far. I think we have like 7 confirmed, and then we can go from there.
Well, thank you, Justin. I think you just volunteer something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we do that every two months.
Yeah, I think that's the key, that's about. We'll get a lot of the revenue.
Relationships.
So, with that, again, I just want to highlight the fact that
How
I
much are
cannot
you-
create a sponsorship package until you guys confirm what that event is gonna look like.
What was last year's sponsorship package through the chair?
I can send you guys a copy.
Mhm.
But the reason I highlight is because we were very successful in confirming sponsors for the 5K, the Veterans Committee 5K last year, but that's because they put up a lot of money up front. A lot of money up front to do a lot of branding materials that cost a lot of money. So I just want to highlight that.
No, and I'm looking at this, previous, budget and, let's see, of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sponsors that we got, only have 3 exits, so we need to make sure that they pay on time.
Well, they all paid on time. That was an update from a certain meeting.
Oh, okay.
So that's another thing that we include in the sponsorship package. There is a disclaimer that if we do not receive your dollars, you are not, we're not one printing, and there is a deadline, right? Because everybody likes to say yes, and then we're a week out and they haven't sent in their stuff, then they get left out, and that is dollars that we are not getting. So yeah, I'm happy to resend it to you guys, because right now I have to look for it. I don't have.
No worries, please
Right,
send
right.
me.
Okay, so everybody needs to help with the sponsors. Appreciate your help and support on this. Also, we have. We're still discussing the budget because we have Officer Amador here who is here because regarding police help on that day. So can you?
I want to say that the town takes care of that item.
The what?
It doesn't come out of the committee.
So what exactly?
The police
What,
presence.
Angela?
Police presence.
Yeah, that's like built into their
Yeah.
huge bill of volume.
Volume of it. Yeah, we just piggyback off of the same thing we've been doing the last few years, so we want to add more officers. We're gonna try to add more officers this year, just because the volume of people is getting. I think, which is great, right? Because it's a good event,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day.
Yeah, last year
The
was.
safety part is the issue that we have. Would you guys handle, the lighting?
No, we put it.
We have the light towers, we get 2, right?
Yeah, so we've been getting 2.
To like,
We need another.
More.
I think that if we can get 2 more, because we have 2 issues. One is that, and it happened already at one of the events, is that, they had 3 or 4. They had 4 light towers for the Halloween event. One of them didn't work at all, and the other one was turning off, and I was running over there and trying to get it turned back on every 20 minutes. So we ended up having basically 2. So if you only have 2, and for safety reasons, something happens, right, we're better off having the 4, and if something happens, and we can still have to.
Tested before we
Oh,
do
no,
it.
Well, the company was supposed to test them. So what we're gonna do from now
we
on
ask
is
for-
whenever they show up, one of us is going to, and I already figured out how they work just because of all the craziness from that night, is go there and test them out, make sure that they're tested the day before properly,
Mhm.
and then hopefully they work by the next day. But at least test them
Well, that's good to
before.
know.
Yeah, because they were, supposedly they were tested by the company, and again, one didn't turn on at all, the other one was on and off, on and off.
Yeah, no, I agree, because that back area is very dark, you know, yeah.
We can turn them off
Four would be much
or-
better than two, yeah.
for the
How much
fireworks,
are
but
those,
then,
like that?
Yeah, no.
see, safety
How
wise.
much are like that?
I don't have that right now. I have to look
But
for
the
it.
quotes and.
Okay, so,
I believe I sent you all the expenses.
I
related
know,
for
but
the
if I
July.
said I couldn't print it, and I.
No, but I'm saying, so I know it's there.
Yeah,
It exists.
can you resend it again? 'Cause I tried to download it on my phone.
I'll
and
resend
I'm
you
having
guys all
a
the
lot of trouble
invoices.
with it. I'm trying to see if I can, in my computer, I can download it from there, because here is impossible. It's too much for my little phone to do.
Through the chair, can I ask a
Yeah.
question?
Yeah.
Parking is always an issue for that event. No, it's not on you. I just wanna know that ahead of time, we've thought about, cause not only it's a great event for us that we live in the town, but we are getting a lot of people from outside of the town, and obviously it's a public event. We're not gonna tell them no. But how can we identify? I mean, I know that the police has those big, light, signs. Maybe identify where parking, I mean, you've got a lot of commercial space that's not used during 4th of July at night that can be used, like where that Oak Lane, those buildings are. That can be used for parking. If we can
No,
just.
those are, the town does confirm those as parking, that's where people work, because there is no other parking, the parking is those buildings that are adjacent to the.
And even those get overflowed, so maybe if we can have additional spaces kind of outlined or,
I can ask the Grams, but yeah, that's usually it's three, if everything's on Oakley, right? That's all, that's all, yeah, that's all fair game and everybody can park, it's just,
Okay.
it's a walk, but that can all be, it's all accessible, and we are allowed to use it, that's the town sign.
One time we had.
but do we
shuttle service.
designate that? Yeah, or something like that, like shuttle service.
Few years back, I don't know.
Can we use the freebies for shuttle service?
Yeah, we've done it, there is a cost to pull freebie, just keep in mind.
Really?
Yes, there is,
And then you
because
go.
then you're pulling it from, whoever does wanna use it that day, if you're pulling them out of service and the town uses it.
Because we do it for the wine festival.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a cost.
Okay, can we
No,
find out
it's
the cost
fine,
of it?
it's
Because,
fine, if you guys wanna request it, we definitely can.
well, let's get a
You
quote
know,
first.
we have, exactly,
Yeah.
we have time, that's one of those things that we need to do with time, so that they can coordinate drivers and freebie. But I can ask.
Okay, so
Yep.
for the May 8th meeting. Please, see if we have, quotes, so we can, because we cannot approve the budget today because we don't know how much.
Yeah, we
they
don't,
are.
and we don't know about the light, towers
So
either.
anything you guys wanna bring, you guys wanna assign each other to look up different things and bring quotes for, that's great, cause like that we have options. The state, I just kinda got a head start for, cause I know
Yeah, the
we're
state.
approaching July, but those are limited options, and I'm just going back to the same vendor that we've used. You guys are more than welcome to use any other vendor if you're able to find a better price.
I have
For freebie, I'll bring the quote.
I have a question regarding the stage, because last year we had the free stage from, Renee
City of Miami.
Garcia's City of Miami, or no, county, no.
County.
County. This information that you gave us is a new stage, it's just the ninth stage, or what does it look like? Like I said, I don't know.
One of them has the picture, so I'll resend it to you guys.
The one with the picture, I think last year we had one with the.
And we can do free?
All I can tell you is that you guys can request it from the commissioner. I know they let us use it before, but something I want to highlight because it's been a recurring issue and I don't think the committee members are sometimes aware of it, is that there's a lot of moving parts to this event. And what we've seen happen with the county is I'm sure they have a lot going on. So they'll tell us they're coming Thursday at 2 p.m. and it is Thursday 5 p.m. and the stage is not there. And then there's no people to receive it. And then that's a huge issue because it doesn't get, laid out where it needs to be laid out. It causes an issue. Now you're backing up everything. And now you're talking about the musicians and food trucks and everything that comes along.
Logistic wise, do you think it's better to do it on our own then?
Logistically, yes, but if we have volunteers from the committee that are willing to receive it, and I only mention that
I mean,
because
I can be there, it's just that last year I almost died.
it's a very difficult ask of people because that's the problem, right? You can tell us, hey, we'll be there at 2 p.m. We can make sure that somebody from staff is there. But now it's 5 p.m. and the stage hasn't gotten there, and now it's a problem. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. If any of you have connections to them and you want to have a talk and make sure, because I tried last year and they told me it was gonna be on time and it wasn't.
Let me, through the chair, for the food trucks and all that, it would be through you guys, through this committee? For,
Yes, he's gonna help us get sponsors, and she's already working on some sponsors, so we need to, make sure that everybody's, coordinating everything, so we don't duplicate the efforts.
so youth activities has been using, a company called the Family Food Trucks. That they've been doing some events there. And, what's happening with them is, cause I talked to the owner for a few times, and what he says is that a lot of times they'll be able to bring out trucks and stuff like that and not charge anything because they just wanna be able to have a location to bring them out to.
I think.
No, we charge them.
Charge them to come,
We charge them to be there.
to be a part of the event,
Yeah.
the other way around.
No, yeah, but they're happy to do it
Oh,
because
okay.
they want a location.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? They want to.
You can connect them with me because I've already started confirming food vendors.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so,
Just to remind you guys, you're gonna have to vote to extend.
That's what I was about to say. Madam Chair, is there any item on here that needs a vote? Because I need to leave
I have hard stop at 8:15.
and I don't want to leave you without a quorum for voting.
I have a hard stop at 8:15.
oh, okay, okay, let's,
Okay, so this is the template statement.
okay, let's just,
We need to vote on it.
well, real quick, what time is it again?
It's
8:00. So you guys
8
have the
o'clock?
motion to vote to extend the meeting if you wish to do so.
Oh, I thought the meeting was for 8:30.
No, your meetings are an hour. I mean,
Those 90
they're posted for an hour and a half.
Who needs to leave?
I'm really,
8 o'clock?
well, I wanted, that's why I'm asking, what is it we need to
Okay,
vote on
let's
so I
go
can
to the
leave?
calendar. The calendar is.
So go ahead and make, if you wish to do so, make.
Okay, let's make a motion to,
Extend the
what
meeting.
can we, do
Extend,
extend,
10 minutes?
10 minutes,
Mhm.
10 minutes.
A second.
Second. Discussion.
Do you have that?
Yeah.
Just
I thought you extended it.
Second.
I
discussion.
believe Marietta second.
I second it.
Okay. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, 10 minutes, you can do it.
To the chair, I just wanted to, the parking that you're talking about, the only problem that we've had over the years is CVS. Because they will tow the cars.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we don't, to be very clear, I know people get desperate day up and I know sometimes they don't come prepared. The town puts out a press release and we highlight the areas on a map that are fair game, which are the grants. And I think it's good news now that the grants, my understanding is they now own the Boy Scouts building.
Yes.
So maybe we can ask them, because I know previously they wouldn't, it wasn't there, so we couldn't use it.
Yeah.
So now we'll ask them for that and that will, but if people go and park in places they're not
Well,
supposed to, we're
I know
kind
that
of.
the good thing is that, a lot of times there's a reminder from whoever's on the stage. That, hey, listen, guys, don't park over there, so I know that that's been done over the years.
And the town does put out maps through social media and on the website. So
Okay, cool.
That's
Okay,
best we can do.
so,
What needs to be voted on, please?
okay, we already discussed the 4th of July, we can discuss it more on May 8th. So we will sort of like,
Can I
whatever we agree
can
on
I
today, was
suggest-
the motion to,
Yeah, I'll make a motion. to
continue next
extend.
time, whatever.
Do,
Yes,
can I make a suggestion for next week's that we're better prepared? Or have bids or quotes or a
yes,
better idea for 4th of July?
yes,
Mhm.
definitely.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna have that meeting on the 8th, I was gonna mention it, but, the more detail, it's good that we spoke about this today. Okay, next, item is gonna be
7G.
7G,
Book talk.
the book talk. Okay, Elsa, wait,
All right, quickly. At the previous meeting, I mentioned that I had seen this author and that she was wonderful at a book talk that I was part of. And I had been trying to get her to confirm her publicist that she would be willing to do a Zoom book talk. For those who don't know about it, we started a couple of years ago where we would have a guest author and we would do it on the town chambers. And you could see it, on the Zoom. And then it will only be for us. So in other words, whoever was present will be able to see them. It wasn't one of those things that anybody can sign in or anything like that. And so far, it's worked out very nicely, and then we would have like wine, the committee would bring wine or prosecco, and then we would have some finger foods and maybe raffle the book. So we've had 2 authors like that already, and they have worked out very, very, they're bestsellers. You know, the people that are in the New York Times and, you know, very well known. So this particular author, Marjan Kamali, this is her 2nd book, The Stationary Shop. And this particular book, I think you can identify, if you ever read or saw the movie, The Notebook.
Oh, wow.
Very
Yeah.
much, you know, like that. It's a wonderful book to read. But one of the things that I reached out to her was because she's coming out with a brand new book now on July 2nd. So she's very interested in promoting that one also.
Mm.
And the name of that one, I already pre-ordered it, is The Lion Women of Tehran.
The
Tehran.
line.
Tehran.
Yeah, but what was the first part?
The Lion Women, plural, of Tehran. I have a family that I thought of, if this is approved, they're Persian, and I think they would be willing to donate the food or the finger
Oh,
food
nice.
for that, so that we could bring the theme of the Persian.
Yeah, normally
food.
that's what we do.
Because in this particular book, you do get a lot, some of the recipes that was her
And
mother.
it's coming out, her 2nd book.
This one is already, the 3rd book is coming out July 2nd.
Okay.
What are we voting
Yeah, so
What are we voting
Oh,
on?
no,
We finally got approval from her publicist saying that yes, that they would be willing to participate in our Zoom talk. That's gonna be on September the 3rd. And it's oh, I'm sorry, the 5th, man, I'm bad today with the date. No, this is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is, September 5th. On September 5th, and it's going to be in the town hall, and usually it's about, 7 p.m. 7. Here,
So
at
we,
the town.
yeah,
in the chamber.
what we need to do today is approve the book.
Yeah, you guys have the motion to.
Okay,
approve
so
the
I
bill.
make a motion that we approve Marjan, Marjan Kamali, the author, to be our guest or host, our book talk,
Author.
our author book talk on September 5th
At
from 7
7 p.m.
at 7 p.m.
okay,
Second,
okay.
And the book is The Lion of Tehran?
No,
The
no,
Lion-
that's
No.
that.
No, the
Stationary.
3rd book, the one that's gonna come out on July 2nd, is The Lion Women of Tehran.
But this is the one we're discussing.
This is the one you're
But
approving.
she's gonna probably promote both.
No, but that's the main book.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is the
the
one.
dictionary shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we need to approve the,
And that it's through Zoom, right? To be clear, it's through
It
Zoom.
is.
The author goes off through Zoom.
Yes, I did, and I make sure that
Otherwise
she
you-
knew that we
we
could not
could
pay her
for us.
anything.
Our
Okay.
budget is- our budget is what, how much?
Our budget is
Zero.
peanuts,
Zero.
$400.
$100.
Four.
So now we have the book title,
Well, we're not paying her anything.
No, we're not paying her.
the book
And
title. we
everybody in
have-
the committee brings the wine and the prosecco.
Yes. So I,
Okay, next.
well, hold on, you guys.
Well, now we have to vote it.
Through the chairs with your, is there gonna be a Q&A?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we always do that.
For Q&A.
Q&A.
Oh, yes, at the, what usually we do, we have like index cards, and as people come in, they write a question. So that way we,
Oh, great.
ahead of time, we know what they're gonna ask, kind of, you know. You don't wanna be any surprises, so I get those index cards and then I ask the author the questions.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else?
If there's any, and also thank you for working on this ahead of time. I know she had already connected me with the author. I just didn't move forward because I needed direction from the committee. So now that we have approval, I'll continue the conversation with her.
Right.
And we can start promoting it, which is great.
Which is great.
And we can tell the link.
the
Yes.
daycare, the
Um,
schools.
If from here to the next meeting, you think of any expenses that may come up, such as food for any reason, we're not
Right.
able to get somebody to sponsor it,
Right.
like, please try to bring that to the next meeting, so like that they're aware, we can move on that as well.
Perfect, perfect. I'll talk to this family and see.
And you guys as well, if you have any ideas to, I guess, make the book talk better, or anything you wanna add, and it's an expense, please bring it to the next meeting, so we can discuss it.
And I like that idea because usually we do it too close to the
Yeah.
event and some of the people have not read the book.
Yes.
And so it's important to read it. Okay.
We need to vote.
We need to vote.
Oh, so I make. Oh,
Okay,
so.
You're
we-
making
the motion, I second it.
Seconded, discussion.
We were done.
None.
All in favor?
I,
Against. Motion carries. Thank you, Elsa. Okay. So
So now
last
we're-
item we're gonna discuss tonight
Yes.
Okay, so we're
the report.
using forum, do you guys have to
Report,
approve
report.
anything?
No, we only have 1 minute.
It's 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You already read this before, it's just a matter of approving what, because we need to submit this May 3rd, otherwise you have to wait another 6 months. This is, you have this in your form?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a new person, which I'm gonna add, just.
No, this,
So I'm gonna.
Is this what you're gonna?
Talk to me,
No.
No, the calendar, forget it, we're doing this.
Oh.
But this is important, this is important because we need to.
What are we talking about?
So
we
just so
have
you
to add
guys, just to fill in the new people, each committee reports, you guys are an executive council, so you report to council at least twice a year, you report to council, letting them know what you're working on, like what your
Okay.
plans are, what you achieve, anything you need extra
Yeah.
support from them on.
Yeah.
So
I'm
this
gonna
is
make
what the chair
change and
does.
Give it to her and then she can submit it. This needs to be submitted by May 3rd.
Yeah.
Which is before our next meeting and, I need to report to the council on May 4th.
And I also have it up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
I make a motion to accept the report to council with the addition of adding Justin Trujillo to the membership roster.
Okay,
second,
Give a second. Through the chair, I believe there was an attachment that you wanted as part of
yes,
this report, so the committee.
one of
needs
the
to see that.
requirements, I read the rules, is the attendance report. It's just that, I went to the trouble, like I said, of reading the minutes and watching the videos to see exactly who attended. She said that, I put all the meetings that we had, I know some of them were subcommittee meetings, I think there were only 2, like this one and the subcommittee of the 31st. Everything else was a regular meeting. So this is the attendance, which is part of the package, we're gonna submit this.
Can you pass it around so that they can
Yeah.
approve it?
We're gonna have this, the minutes for today, so, you need to work with her, so we can have them ready by May 3rd. And, let's see what else we need.
This is gonna be-
Oh, the budget, okay, we need to.
These are gonna be, I'm telling you right now, these are gonna be the craziest minutes that you've been.
Okay,
So
we're
I'll
gonna
call
have,
you.
I am sorry.
the CAC budget, the minutes, the memo, which is, this, and the attendance, that's required in the.
I don't know how you find like.
Good minutes, the CAC budget, and yeah, that's what's required, in the attendance, which we never did before, but I read it and I said, oh yeah, we need to submit it. So they have an idea of,
Can I suggest for minutes, we
And
get
it-
like a
and
tape
it-
recorder or something?
No,
It is-
no,
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 it's being recorded.
The meeting is recorded too.
Oh, it's being recorded, oh, good.
If
Can you
you
send it?
don't go to a meeting because you're ill,
No, that's an excuse me,
okay, that would be excused. right?
yes,
Okay, and what does the red mean?
that you did not attend.
That you were absent?
Absent.
Because on February 22nd, I couldn't even walk.
Yeah, okay, that's, I'll make
That's
sure
the
that I
thing,
put it excuse.
and I wanna mention it now that also brings it up, the problem is that we haven't like seen each other since, so. She's doing it based on the thing, but you haven't been able to say it to the committee
Right.
yet, so now she can go back and edit.
Right.
So I only mentioned that because in case that's the
Whoever
case
was
for
sick,
anybody,
I know
you need
people
to
have
let
been
us
Yes,
know.
that's
Yeah.
why I looked,
Yeah.
that's why I looked, yeah,
Okay.
February 22nd. I was like,
She's
okay.
been sick, you've been sick, I'm almost sick.
Do we confirm attendance through emails or?
Yeah.
is that how-
Yeah, that's.
Yes.
Well, also, when you show up.
Yeah.
So, you can see this, it's very,
I thought too, but I wasn't sure if we have it like.
the more minutes we have,
You
the
can
more.
say, I'll be there, and
The
then
more
come
you
to
just
the
don't have
meeting,
to
I'll show up.
True, that's true.
The moment she leaves, that's it.
And if we say ahead of time that we were not gonna be able to,
It still counts as an absence.
but it's not an excuse.
No.
That's honestly, the
Excuse have to
staff
be
doesn't
sick.
determine excuse, it's
Got
the
it.
committee thing.
No worries.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a committee thing.
Vote,
I said you're sick.
vote.
okay,
Okay.
So, yeah, you guys need to,
I'm gonna send you this.
right, but you guys need to vote on that.
Need to vote.
Yeah, we need to vote on.
Then those
on
two
the
attachments are
packet,
gonna be-
Two attachments that I gave you,
Mhm.
or that you have, that you saw. And I'm gonna.
That one, and then
I'm
there's
gonna
another
make
one.
a motion to approve the two attachments that Felicia has mentioned.
Second,
Yes,
With correction.
with corrections.
second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Against, okay, motion carried. Okay, thank you, man.
No, they're still going. They're still going. I'm
Yeah,
leaving.
I have a hard stop in a minute.
Okay, I mean, that's it, I think,
Okay.
on calendar, we have to do the next one.
See you next Wednesday.
Okay.
Got you next
Thank you,
Wednesday.
Madeline. Thank you for coming, I know you make a big effort too to come. Okay.
On the next meeting?
Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Second Wednesday of the month, which is Wednesday, May.
So everything
Right,
else
at
will be
7.
part of the old business.
Somebody needs to make a motion.
So I'll redo the, oh. Okay, the next, okay, announcements, any announcements? The committee meeting for July 4th, we basically had it today and then we continue on May 8th.
Is that yours?
Oh, it's on too.
Which one? Is your
Yeah.
birthday?
No, I left, no, I left this last week.
Oh, and May 8th is at 7 p.m.
At 7 p.m.
Yes.
This, I wanted to have.
I know, a regular.
Just regular meeting, and please come, it's important that, see the
Yeah, so I
craziness that
usually send that
happens.
emails just asking, only because it helps us get organized for forum.
Right, that's why.
How
I
what happened
said-
last month, yeah, that was,
Because I'm on the CDD committee for like community, so that's why I always ask, but that's how they do it with the email.
but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Yes.
And
then
then
next,
Association.
next
On the
meeting is
community
May 8th
development
at
district,
7
Oh.
p.m.
At 7 p.m.
not on the HOA, thank God.
So you're in Satori?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
That's a nice area, my guys, I used to live there. but-
So you know my thing.
Yeah, and I've been there for
And
6 years, yeah.
Good friends. Hey, listen, I would I be able to get the easels here? in
Yeah,
case
so I
someone-
have the,
Contact me tomorrow, because I think I already moved them over here, so.
No, I can, because that way I can have
Okay.
people help me.
I mean, I have the little screws, so I have we can put them together.
Okay.
Yeah, lucky I found them. Okay, so the proposed budget meeting, we'll do it next time because
We don't have
manager
agenda
said-
anyways,
Huh?
we don't have the dates for that anyways.
Yeah, but we need to, I mean, I know we can vote on it, but I would say that leave it the way it is. We don't wanna ask because we're not gonna get the money anyway. Okay,
Okay.
anything else you wanna bring up? Announcements, anything else? Okay, so, I hereby, make a motion to adjourn. Will hear a
Second.
Second in favor?
Aye.